What's up? I'm Alex.
And I'm Cam.
And we are the Golf Boys. Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Golf Boys podcast. As we said, I'm Alex. Cam is over here with me. We are just a couple of kids who love golf in college. We just are so excited that, Tiger is back. We have seemingly a brand new lease on life as far as Tiger Woods goes. Cam, Tiger's playing right now as we speak. We are coming to you as the third round is being played at Torrey Pines right now. Tiger in his first PGA Tour event in a full year back on the course. I am hyped.
It just feels like golf is back. Everything is the way it should be.
Mm-hmm.
When he's not playing, it just doesn't feel the same. And wow, is it great to see him back out there, feeling healthy. Huge H word, healthy, healthy, healthy. Nothing more exciting than when Tiger is back.
Oh, yeah, and you know what's really, I think, the most exciting part about it, as a golf fan that I love about seeing Tiger out there, the original Big Cat, by the way, in this world of podcasting that we're now entering, the original Big Cat, let's just put that out there right now, Tiger Woods, ETW, the original Big Cat, making his move. We're actually watching it right now. He's
MSGA.
Just put another one right in the middle of the green. Nice, perfect shot by Tiger.
Oh, yeah.
So he's not going to win this tournament, but it's just good to see him playing on the weekend again. He did make the cut. We were talking off air a little bit ago about how impressive it was, the fact that he kind of hacked it around, but then at that last hole under the gun, needing two putts from 80 feet to make the cut, he rolls it up there to 6 inches. That's vintage Tiger. If that had gone in, that would have been peak Tiger.
Oh, my. The fist pumps would have been roaring there. I mean, yeah, he started off that round not doing too well. He was kind of shaking it around out there. And just to see him pull it together on the back nine and force his way into a weekend is just great to see. You see him coming up to the 18th tee knowing he needs to make a birdie, and he does. That's huge. I think that's huge for his mental physique, too.
So we'll talk plenty about Tiger, believe me. And Phil and everybody else. And Ryan Palmer, we'll give him some love. And John Rahm, who's at the top of the leaderboard this week. So we got to give them some love as well. But we're going to talk about us a little bit right now. I'm Alex. I've been in golf, a golf fan, not in golf. I wish I could say that.
Yeah, literally, right?
Golf fan since I was a kid. Both my parents worked for a golf company when I was growing up. One of them still does. My mom, shout out to her. Great woman, best mom. I know we all think that, but best mom.
Definitely, oh yeah.
Have to say that. So that got me into golf. I've always been into golf. They bought me a big Tiger Woods poster, framed
I've got a couple
poster
of those myself.
on my wall. It's still on my wall back home. Yup. Yeah, exactly, right?
That's what it says.
Although
letters.
It was weird because my parents work for Titleist. It's actually from his Titleist days, which that's a little weird.
It says Titleist on the poster?
Yeah, it's from when he was at the 97 Masters.
Rare.
First
I feel like
major
it's
when he's playing Titleist.
Nike checks everywhere all over.
Exactly.
But
when you got, family ties to Titleist, it's
you get the in.
That's I don't know how much of an in it is, but it's a little bit of it's not just do it.
Definitely.
It's weird though. He has a Nike hat on in the picture. So
with a Titleist?
Yeah,
really?
it's a Titleist poster. He's playing Titleist.
With a Nike hat?
So I don't explain that one to me.
I don't even know if I like that. I feel like I'd want it on Nike.
I know, right? I guess I have to ask my parents about that one. But anyway, big Tiger fan growing up. Kind of migrated a little bit to Phil during Tiger's little downswing there. The first, not the affair one, the earlier one, before he came back and had that chip shot at the Masters, where he didn't win for a year and a half. And Phil won the Masters, and Phil almost won 3 majors in a row at one point there. And so
he was the dark horse.
Yeah, no, I definitely jumped on the Phil bandwagon, but Tiger came back with a vengeance, won a bunch more majors, and by the time that the affair and all that stuff happened, I was fully in the Tiger wheelhouse. I mean, he just gone this place we were watching right now at Torrey Pines, won on a broken leg. He had me for life at that point. I can't defend what he did, obviously, off the course, but, man, I wanted him back on that course because look at this crowd, man.
Yeah.
Look at this crowd. It's 8, 9, 10 rows deep. You don't get those crowds without Tiger.
Back, yeah.
So, you see where I'm coming from, at least. I'm a Phil Tiger homer.
Yeah.
How about you?
As I said, I'm Cam. I've definitely had golf in my life for a very long time. My father and brother are both members of the PGA, so it was kind of ingrained into me. I've been playing for a while. I wish, like Alex said, it was more of my lifestyle, but it's not. So, yeah, I would say my favorite player is also Tiger growing up, just watching him and obviously watching him be the best ever. Just, you have no choice but to fall in love with it. I definitely like these new young guys on tour. I'm a fan of the Spring Break boys, Justin Thomas and Spieth and these fellas. We're going to talk a little bit about what we think about them, but
definitely, there'll be plenty of conversations about them. I guarantee you this year.
I definitely like what they're bringing to the tour, though, the young talent and what they hold for the future of the tour. I think this year is definitely an exciting year, and I'm looking a lot forward to talking about it with Tiger back and everything like that. So,
absolutely, Tiger with another nice lag putt here as we're watching.
Yes.
Another one from about 50 feet up to about a couple of feet there. Nice little tap in par. I mean, that's what you like to see. But going back to what you were saying, do you ever play competitively? Did you play in high school? Did you play youth golf?
I did. I played all 4 years of high school golf, and I played in the summers in a lot of tournaments around my area. I did okay in those tournaments. I didn't do as good as I would have liked to, I guess, but I still think I could compete.
If we go play 9 holes right now, what are you shooting?
I'd like to think in the 30s. Nothing under par, but probably like just high 30s. We played 9 holes.
Yeah, I'd like to say same. I'd like to say like 38, 39
so.
right at this point.
But, I mean, right now, I haven't played in so long, I don't think I could break 40 right now.
Well, it's the middle of the winter.
Yeah,
so.
I couldn't get the ball in the air right now.
Yeah, let's just pretend that part doesn't exist.
Yeah, right.
Let's pretend
we don't live in Massachusetts. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even mention that, but yes, it is cold where we are.
We're in Torrey Pines, right in California, right?
Exactly. We're mentally in Torrey Pines.
Yes, mentally.
I played high school golf for 3 years. I actually ran cross country my freshman year, but then I realized that really wasn't my thing at all because I
couldn't do that.
Any lung capacity.
Yeah.
So golf is a little bit
more your speed.
A little bit, I guess, more my speed. No, it's weird because when I play baseball, I'm the speed guy.
Yeah.
Because I'm the little guy.
They're having you bunt.
Exactly. All right. I'm the leadoff guy. I bunt. Shortstop, flying around. All that kind of stuff. Golf. Complete opposite.
Everything changes.
Couple game, but you know what? Both hand-eye coordination.
Yes.
Tells you
huge.
Tells you something right
part
there.
Of the game.
I'm never gonna have to cheat. Use one of those belly putters. What do you think about those? Huh?
Those are despicable.
Exactly.
And the chest putters, the two-hand spread hand chest putters.
You think those old guys that still do that? You think because they say they're not doing it, but I kind of think that they are.
Well, how
I
did
kind of
Adam
think
Scott,
that they're
win the Masters in the rain with one of those? That was just ridiculous.
Yeah, that was before it was illegal, though.
Yeah.
So I'm not accusing him of cheating.
No, not at all.
It's kind of cheap.
It is a little
bit
disadvantage. I don't know how people use him. It was blowing my mind that he was good with it.
Yeah, it was a long time when it was kind of like a stigma. Like people wouldn't like. It'd be like, oh man, and then they were popular, and now they're banned.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I've never
probably
used one.
Would have been good for my back though. I feel like you don't have to bend over too much. You just kind of stand straight up with it.
If you're worrying about your back when you're
in golf, yeah, you got a terrible
teenager.
back.
I don't know.
It's from golf.
I don't know, man. Speaking of backs, Tiger looks pretty healthy.
Yes,
that's a good thing.
I mean, you see these other comebacks and the words he's saying. I'm just trying to get done with the tournament, just trying to get through this and progress this and that. But this time he's talking like I haven't felt this good in years. Those are the words you want to hear. That's the stuff that riles you up and gets you ready to watch the tourney. Yeah,
I was saying, when Tiger was on this 4 years of not playing, or almost 5 years, he basically hasn't played since 2013. For being honest, he had that one random top 10 where he just came back and he got a top 10, and it was like, wow, it's like.
Yeah.
It was like a dream or something like that.
Yeah.
But then you woke up from it. And he was even going into those tournaments saying, I just want to finish. That's not Tiger Woods.
That's not golfers. That's just, that's.
No, Tiger Woods is the guy who would
win.
What did he say? I never come to a tournament that I don't think I can win.
Exactly.
I show up every week to win. And if I go home with second, it's first loser. I mean, that's Tiger.
Yeah. And with, we were talking about these new young guys on tour, it seems like the overall mentality on tour isn't even just diehard trying to win. It's this is like a participation trophy.
Yeah, right?
Oh, I'll be the first one to hug you when you get off the green when you win. No, I'll be the first one to say, I'm getting you next time. Watch out for me in the next tournament. That's what it should be, but it's not.
right? I mean, like, part of the reason kind of that I want Tiger back and killing it is almost just to show these guys this is how you play. This is the competitiveness, that you play the game with.
It's
and I
a
get,
one-man sport.
Some of them, I guess, saw him in 2013. But honestly, if you really look back, most of these guys were marginal. They were marginal players back then. I mean, it was still really the 2000s crew killing it in 2013. It wasn't really the 2010s crew quite yet.
Yeah, and you can question if these guys would even be the names they are today if he'd never left. Maybe some of the names, Jason Day, whatever. I mean, obviously Jason Day's a great golfer, but
when Tiger won the U.S. Open at Torrey, I think Ricky was the low am. I think he was the only amateur to make the cut.
Yeah.
And you think about it, you think about all those guys that Tiger squashed their dreams.
Yeah.
These guys happen to come up, like you said, when Tiger kind of was down a little bit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they want him to come back.
Yeah.
Because they know that he'll make them money.
Yeah. I mean, it's like growing up watching Michael Jordan play and then getting to play with him. He like comes out of retirement and now you're playing with him. So it's for them, it's like playing with their idol. They're all who they are today because they were watching him and growing from him, learning from him. But I think they obviously didn't pick up the competitive nature because Tiger is not like the rest of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, I think Nota Begay once said like Tiger is like he'll rather beat you by like 9 or by 8. I mean, he'd rather beat you by 9 than beat you by 8.
Yeah.
And if he can beat you by 10, he will.
Yeah.
Like that's all he cares about. He had no friends.
Yeah.
You had no friends in that locker room.
That's what golf is. You get all the glory because you're doing it all by yourself. So
yeah, I don't think Jack Nicklaus had that many friends in that locker room either.
No,
to tell you the truth.
No,
I don't think he's.
I mean,
the
those
most
guys were
liked guy
friends,
ever.
but they weren't friends on the course. When it was on the course, it was on the course.
Yeah,
they were trying to win.
I mean, and look, like I just wish there was a little bit of dislike. Like Tiger and Phil, clearly, they're not on each other's Christmas cards list.
Exactly.
They hate each other.
I can't wait for like a
I'm not gonna hesitate to say that there was definitely a hate between Phil and Tiger and the fans. I mean,
not even a strong word, but I definitely look forward to like a Tiger Sergio pairing again. That will just be great. I feel like talk about hate. That is classic stuff. That's classic golf. You just love to see when that happens.
How great was that Players when Sergio choked, dumping all those balls in the water a couple years ago?
That was the best.
Tiger.
Was that when they were like Tiger or somebody was saying, or Sergio might have been saying like Tiger was pulling clubs out while he was trying to swing,
yeah,
and they were like all
like
back and forth,
yes.
Well, he was doing this, he was doing that.
Sergio is he's such a little weasel. Now I gotta respect Sergio. I gotta heap respect on Sergio for that Masters. Yeah. He did finally come through.
He's gaining my respect. Yeah, he's gaining it.
He had to earn it. It took him. It only took him like what 20 years, basically
20 years
our whole life,
making it to the top 5 on Sunday and then choking.
Yep. 20 years of choking, one win.
Well, I told you I made that bet with my buddy, and just, of course, the bet was that if Sergio wins, I have to pay him. And then the only guy I needed to not win the tournament, the only time he does it,
You're the biggest Justin Rose fan. You're probably the only one.
Oh, that day, of course.
On that day.
With his glasses and
he's one of the more boring people ever, but if you got monetary incentive.
Yeah, I like Justin Rose. I like Justin Rose.
I don't dislike Justin Rose, but I feel like he's kind of
a little boring.
He's a little bit of a buzzkill. Yeah. And he beat Phil at that U.S. Open that I really wanted him to win.
Yeah.
And I really.
I'm
still bitter.
What did he place in he did good in the Olympics too, right?
Did he win it? He might have won it.
Oh yeah, he definitely did win.
It was either him or
he won. Kuchar came in third. I don't know. Stenson came in second.
Yeah, that's right.
I was mostly excited about Kuchar coming in third.
Stenson won the British Open like the week before that. I forgot.
Oh yeah, Stenson's a great golfer too. Best ball striker.
He is. He's not had a great year.
What, this year or last year? You mean?
Yeah, I should actually. I forgot. It's a
new year.
The whole calendar thing.
It's a whole new world right now.
Kind of screws me up a little bit.
Yeah. Golf does have a weird calendar.
They keep changing it. So if you don't know what we're talking, so it's
pretty hard to even know when the tournament or when the year changes over to 2018.
I mean, I started watching. It goes from January to November. Then they switch it from January to September, and now it's October to September. It starts in the year before now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of whacked out.
When are they taking breaks? When is their off time?
What do you mean?
I don't when
whenever they want, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. They can kind of
take
just take
a break
off
whenever you want. I mean,
That's a great part about golf too, man.
No, that's interesting because if you're not, say you're not Tiger, you're not Phil, you probably can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, you probably got to play like every
Oh, yeah.
week. That
Well,
probably sucks.
If you make the cuts though, like that's the thing about golf. If you were on the tour, you could literally play in like not every tournament all year, like a few tournaments, make a few cuts, and you're making a living. As long as you keep your card and you stay on tour, you're making a living. Like you don't even have to win.
You got to finish like top 25 every single time to do that.
Like a few times, I think.
Most of these guys that are playing like 40 events, they probably average like finishing like 40.
Yeah.
I mean,
but in terms of like
you don't
making
get
money, like
shit money doing that. I mean,
you just kind of have to make the cut, I feel like, and you just make money. Like that would be such a living.
It's true. I mean,
that's
that's basically Matt Kuchar's career. Matt Kuchar's
billions.
career is basically I just made
play
an
consistently.
unbelievable amount of money getting just a backdoor top 10 every single week.
Yeah.
I shoot like 67 on Sunday to finish like 9th.
Yeah.
And there's another $1 million.
Yeah, I don't take a risk until Sunday.
It's unbelievable how much money he has made. If you look at like it's crazy how much money he's made comparison to how many wins he has.
Yeah. Just hit it to 15 feet pin high all day until Sunday, and then we'll start attacking some pins. See if we can make a run at the win. But usually he's just like, yeah, we'll just slide into the top 10 though.
Yeah, I mean,
I love
it's a solid strategy.
It is.
So let's see. Watching Phil play a nice little bunker shot to a couple of feet. I mean, I hope that this is a good year for Phil. I hope that he has one more good year in him. Look, I really want to see him get that U.S. Open.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
6
definitely needs
second
that.
place finishes, and on most of them, he choked it away.
Was it?
You gotta want to see him get it.
Was it the British Open when he missed that putt that sat on the edge? Or I don't even know. But yeah, you're right.
He's had so much crazy shit happen to him over the years.
He needs a U.S. Open. I love Phil.
Definitely does.
It's so fun watching him when he's just like in a mulch pile, hitting off of it and just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And the Farmers already, he was like, did you see when he was in like a drainage ditch? He had to like move the hose thing off to the side. He has his caddy holding this and that, and he's hitting out of it. The announcer's like, he probably could just take a drop here.
Phil's amazing.
But he's just like, loves to hit out of crazy stuff.
Right.
Hitting off cart paths and off dirt.
Honestly, I would say that Phil probably inspires me the most as a player.
Yeah, because I consider myself, I don't hit the ball very far, so obviously it's a lot of, that's most amateurs. It's all short game, and Phil has definitely got the most control around the greens.
We'll try to put this podcast on video at some point. We're not two of the biggest dudes in the world.
No, by any stretch,
so,
no.
But you don't have to be. So
that's
why,
exactly. That's
I'd
why
say my other
we're
inspiration
golfing.
because of that, Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
As a player, Jordan Spieth, in terms of the fact that
he's not a powerhouse and
that he positions, because Phil is a terrible decision maker.
Yeah, he just slings it.
Like,
that's
I'm
why
not
you
a
love
slinger.
him,
I play with the mind of Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
Short game of Phil Mickelson is what I try to go for. Now, obviously, that's a huge
the imagination.
exaggeration.
Yeah.
But if I could be anything, that's what I would want to be. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. The consistency of Jordan, his swing, so beautiful. But yeah, I think Phil's imagination too around the greens is what makes it so fun to watch. The flop shots and stuff like that, which, I mean, going back to Tigre too, I don't know if you saw the first day, it seemed like his short game was looking pretty good. I saw a nice flop shot. He puts like a feet. I think if he gets that back.
Today even, I mean, I don't think he's hit one fairway today. We're watching him right now. He's like
hitting
miles right again off the cart path per usual.
Nowhere on earth.
And it's the last hole, so he's laying up. I think he started on 10 though, so I think we're gonna be
probably
still talking about Tiger for a long way.
They've done that all week. Started him on 10.
Well, to start on 1, you gotta get up to the top of the leaderboard, huh?
That's true. You're right.
Let's
be honest. If you
want
to wake up late.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have to get up at 7 a.m. if you're going off at 3.
Yeah.
So
I think the big thing with Tiger though is just for him coming back. Obviously, yeah, like we're saying, he's just got to be able to hit fairways because it's for his whole career. When he's dominating the 2000s, he was just putting so well, and I think obviously he can get his putter back, or he kind of already has it back where it was. So if he can just get the driver straightened out, he's got to be back. He's deadly when he's got the driver straightened out.
He does. He's been like I said, I don't think he's hit one. Let's say Tiger Tracker is saying he's hit this fairway, so I think he's hit one fairway today. He only hit 3 all day yesterday. So that is
to get it done and
good
to make
odds.
a cut off that. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. They showed a stat a minute ago. It was like number of fairways hit and how he's done. And there's one time apparently when he's hit the same amount of fairways where he won this tournament.
Really?
So,
Like right now?
yeah, apparently he hit the same amount of fairways as he had this week one time, and he won it.
Wow.
So go figure, right?
So that's where you look at
That's
the
Tiger.
putting.
That's old Tiger.
Yeah. Just getting it done whatever way possible.
Yeah, that's what we missed. Ryan Palmer, by the way, is leading this tournament. Ryan Palmer's he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
That's all about all I have to say
Yeah,
about him.
that's
But he's a
all.
nice guy.
Yeah.
He hasn't won in a while. He hasn't won in 8 years, which very surprising because he's a good player.
Really?
So yeah,
I didn't
I
know
feel like
that.
Ryan Palmer's one of those guys that's like, you feel like he's probably won every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, he's
you
one
know?
of those.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's gonna get his wins. It's been a while, so I definitely, if it's not gonna be Tiger, if it's not gonna be Phil, if it's not gonna be Spieth, if it's not gonna be Jason Day, who is playing this week and actually playing well this week, Ryan Palmer's not a bad guy. But let's talk a little bit about Jason Day, because Jason Day, remember last year he had the thing where he took a kind of a sabbatical because his mom was very sick, but then she ends up getting better. He comes back. He really wasn't playing well. He's, obviously kind of has emotional trauma.
Yeah, he's always
continuing, and then
Outside
this year,
things affecting him.
yeah. You know what? You're right. He
With
had
the
it
vertigo?
even
Do you remember
before
the
that.
vertigo?
Yeah, the vertigo. You're
Yeah.
right. When he collapsed at the U.S.
That
Open.
was crazy to me when I was watching that. I didn't know. I don't know what vertigo really obviously is, I guess, but I guess it just makes you feel woozy and you have to sit down. That was so crazy to watch though.
Yeah,
They were just like, he's having vertigo and he just couldn't play anymore, like out of nowhere. But yeah, I
Pretty out
didn't
there.
follow that thing with his mother so much, but it was
But
his
well,
mother
so-
just got ill and
Yeah, and so now he's trying to just kind of, I guess, fight through that a little bit emotionally.
really lock
right?
in and just get back into the swing of things.
He's looking pretty. So he started off this week, right? 1 over par. Comes
Mm-hmm.
back the next day. Now he played so there's two courses. He played the easier golf course on the second day, but he makes 8 birdies and 0 bogeys,
Wow.
and so he gets himself back in contention. So look, he might be back. We'll have to see, but
Yeah, he was that world number 1.
he's right now 2 behind, tied for 3rd.
Yeah, I think, Jason Day, too, he hits the ball so high. This course, I think, is all that I've heard so far this week is that the greens are springier, and Tiger, obviously playing there so many times, knows all the different ways the courses looked every year. And he said this year is the most springy he's seen the greens and the most firm. So this course right now is obviously suiting Jason Day. He hits the ball so high in the air, he can get it to stop on the greens. So I think there's definitely a chance he can make a run here.
So listen, let me just say this up front. We're beholden to no one on this podcast except for ourselves.
Okay.
So we're not we're not afraid to basically make calls when we see fit. And I'm just gonna come out right now and say that this is unbelievably asinine. So we're sitting here right now, and they just went to another tournament on whatever I was watching on NBC Golf Live Extra, and now I'm trying to go and watch Tiger Woods. Streaming does not begin on CBS Golf till 4 p.m. Why? That's
What tournament did it go to?
asinine.
I was watching
It went to the LPGA.
Oh wow! I was watching like an all Asian tournament the other day. It was kind of crazy. Maybe it was on SportsCenter. That guy made a shot and
I did see that on top plays.
It was sitting on the green for 15 seconds and then it started rolling back and went in.
Crazy.
That was crazy.
Reminds me of remember Rory had that happen in the U.S. Open that he won. There was one that it was it was on the fringe and it just hung there and it was stopped and then it trickled off and it went in for an eagle.
Oh yeah, I remember it happened to
crazy.
Justin Thomas in the PGA. Was that the PGA or when
Oh,
he had that crazy putt sit on
Yup.
the edge? That was
You're right.
That was a great tournament to watch last year. That was so fun to watch. I
When-
do love Justin. So
Talking about the golf boys and the, I guess, camaraderie you could say.
yeah,
The whatever you want to call it between them. The friendship. That was kind of the it was like a party. Remember?
It was like
as he was walking up the 18.
and yeah, he was like
kind
the
of
last
big
one to
lead.
win
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Everybody had won. Well, maybe
Yep.
Smiley Coffin, if you consider him
Yeah.
with them, hasn't won one yet, but he was like the last one to win one. They were all so excited for him, and his dad is obviously
Spring
huge in
break
his
crew.
life. I guess Justin Thomas's dad is like a huge impact in his life. So obviously watching your, like if you raise your son to be a golfer, that's got to be the best feeling to just watch them win a major.
Yeah.
At like, what is he, 22,
Yeah.
21? And have a player of the year, shoot 59 that year.
Yeah.
Like that stuff's so crazy to watch.
Did I just call them the golf boys? I meant the spring break crew.
Oh yeah, we're the golf boys. Come on,
Confused
Alex.
that. Well, we are the golf boys, but of course the golf boys was Bubba, Ben Crane.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Ricky's in spring break. Is Ricky in spring break?
He's spring break crew, yeah.
He is also. He's he's a little older, so he's.
Yeah,
I feel like he's been
the
on some of
elder.
those, but yeah. He's not like 21, 22.
Yeah.
He's a little bit older. But he was golf boy. So who is it? Bubba Crane, Ricky, and who's the fourth one?
I don't know why I want to say Kevin Streelman, but I don't think it's Kevin Streelman.
Not Kevin Streelman. It was.
I could look at it real quick.
God, how are we so stupid right now?
But yeah,
Wow.
you follow
No, not that I.
the spring break crew.
Hunter Mahan, of course.
Oh, Hunter Mahan, yeah. I was like someone with the hair.
Yeah, yes, you're right about the hair.
That's what I was thinking of.
Hunter
Those videos
Mahan.
are funny.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but Hunter Mahan was the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Hunter Mahan is the Ryder Cup that he blew
Oh yeah.
when he
Uh,
chunked that chip shot.
talking about the golf boys makes me wonder what you think of Bubba Watson in general.
I am not really a Bubba guy
I'm not either.
at all.
I
I've
mean,
seen him, and believe
well,
me, I've seen him play
actually,
in
I'm not.
Hartford Open a billion times.
I remember being mad when he won the Masters on that hook shot, and just because he was like crying so much and just
Yeah, I was also
crying
rooting for Louis,
I love
Who I
Louis.
love,
Exactly.
who I've also seen at the Hartford Open.
Yeah, but he was just like crying into Ricky's arms like right away, and I was just like, come on, like Tiger wouldn't have even like cried. Like maybe if it was like right after his father's passing and he
Tiger
cried that time.
did
but,
cry after that first Masters,
Oh, he did.
but and also and you're right, after his father died. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right about that. Other than that, though, no, you're right.
I
But
don't know. I understand
Bubba,
crying. It
Look,
just
I'm
seemed
not judging
over the
him
top.
for the crying. I'm judging him for just
I'm
fact that I feel like at times his personality is a
it's just his
force.
demeanor and
Yeah.
like some of the stuff, the clips you could see of like him yelling at players he's with and stuff like.
Yeah, he told. Well, there was one time when he told Steve Elkington to kiss his ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
Steve
of.
Elkington is the biggest asshole
Really?
in golf.
Oh, so maybe that makes sense.
Dude, just look up some of the stories
Yeah, what is he?
about
He's like,
Steve Elkington.
he's like,
No,
these
but he is
veterans
the
can kiss
least-
my ass.
He's the least popular guy out there.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
he
know
was a
much
guy.
about him, but
He was a guy. He once went to the British Open and just trashed all over the town they were in.
well,
Like he's
that's
a
what they don't
total
like.
asshole.
They don't like that over
Gets
there.
in Twitter fights with everybody. He's a total no. So I don't blame Bubba for that because everybody gets mad at Steve Elkington.
Yeah.
But Bubba is a force.
He is.
He's also a force on the course. I got to give him
Yeah,
credit
that's
for
what I was
that.
gonna say too. Sometimes I don't mind
He's a
him
little
just
extra.
because he hits some of the craziest shots, like drivers off the deck and stuff. Like obviously that's fun to see. So you gotta respect
Yeah.
him for that much. I
Pink
guess.
driver, pink golf ball off the
pink
deck.
shaft
It does take. I mean, look, it takes some balls to go out there. with that.
and do that. Yeah.
No, you got to be honest.
Yep.
Basically, all these guys are so good that you got to give them credit for something. Just about everybody.
Yeah, everybody
mean,
can get something.
They're just so talented, and that is kind of the thing that's going to be tough for Tiger. I think
Yeah.
maybe he realizes it now.
Yeah.
The fact that these guys are as good as Tiger was, maybe. Well, okay, they're not as good as Tiger was at his prime.
No, yeah.
But they're way better than the competition he was facing.
He used to be going against like Ernie Els and whoever, but
Yeah, they're a bunch of chokers.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Ernie Els. I love
Sergio.
Sergio. He never really had to go against Phil.
Yeah.
Head to head in a major.
Yeah.
He's just going against a bunch of, nice but kind of weak guys.
Yeah, and I think also it
Laid
was
down.
like that since he had been dominating so much, it was like almost expected, and like they all knew that they couldn't like even compete. And now
Yeah.
that he's been gone, now it's like he's the underdog, so it's like the tables have turned. I feel like so it's like all the players on tour now are like knowing they can beat him, like they know he's not back at where he was.
Totally.
And back then they knew they couldn't beat him.
Totally. And I feel like so we're gonna probably do like a Tiger stat of the day or something.
Okay.
Just some crazy Tiger stat as we go on this podcast. So but like
I think I've heard them all.
my
I could
yeah,
probably
right
bring up a few.
My point being that like so I guess today's is Tiger 1 year averaged under 68 per round.
I don't even want to hear that.
So, like, he averaged like 67.8 in 2000, I think,
Ugh.
unadjusted. So,
Well,
like,
then-
how it's impossible to compete with that
Yeah.
when you know that just to keep up with him, you're going to have to shoot 5 under par.
Yeah.
So it's like you just got to be going out there dejected, like knowing that this is impossible because he's going to shoot 20 under and win.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well,
Just on average, he's going to shoot 20 under and win.
and I think there was like stats too of like the amount of wins he would get like in like 2006 or whatever it was. He had like
Oh, he was
like the
winning like
first-
9 events a year.
it was
back
like the
then. I mean,
first
come on.
5
Like,
out of 6 tournaments he won or something like that. Like,
no, that
how do you even prepare yourself to go against that?
exactly. But so that's the thing. I think Tiger's going to find like these guys. They have that killer instinct,
Yeah.
but at the same time, they don't.
Yeah.
Because they have the confidence of Tiger in the game, but then it doesn't seem like the best player always gets the job done. I mean, look at like what was it? The Players a couple years ago, or maybe it was last year?
When you say not the
when-
best player gets it done, you mean like the smartest or like?
No, I mean the most talented.
Oh, okay.
Because
I was gonna, yeah. Go ahead.
well, go finish your thought.
Well, I was gonna say that like I just feel like Tiger's edge now is the experience he has on everybody else. Like you see it in other sports with Brady and obviously right now and that kind of stuff. I think his experience is gonna help him when he makes it to the moments where it counts most. Like when he makes it to the weekends and he's a few shots back. He's played the courses so many times and been there so many times that these young guys haven't. And I think that's gonna be the edge he has now that he didn't have necessarily as much back then.
I mean, it's just crazy because, like, when you, it's got to be very frustrating for a lot of these guys to go out there and then it just seems like sometimes they can't close the deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So here's my example that I'm bringing up. You have the Players last year. J.B. Holmes is leading after 54 holes. Sergio is 4 back. You have Louis up there. In S.W. Kim comes and wins by 3?
Singwoo Kim, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Who did he come back to be?
You know, leaderboard gravity, he ends up winning by 3 with a 69.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even like he goes super low. They just can't get anything done. The players below him, so he shoots 69. Everybody else chasing him, 73, 71, 70, 75, 70, 70. So here is a situation where leaderboard gravity doesn't seem to be doing its job.
Yeah.
And Tiger, in my opinion, can restore that. If he can teach these guys how to close.
Yeah.
They literally have everything except his ability to close. That's why DJ literally should have. I know he has this record of he's won 11 straight years a tour event.
Yeah. He needs
But
to
he
take
should
notes.
be winning like 5 or 6 times a
Yeah.
year, man.
That's true. Tiger, when he used to get the lead, would not just he would hunker down actually, yeah, and make sure he added to his lead. Like when what did he win that Masters by? Like 14 strokes or something that one year, that record he set. I think you're definitely right. These guys get the lead and just kind of take their foot off the gas, which I understand that. I mean, you don't want to be making mistakes out on the course, but I think in Tiger's sense, he used to be not afraid to make mistakes. So he was so in control of his game that he wasn't afraid of making a mistake when he had the lead, so he would just continue to add to it. And I don't think anyone else has that right now the way he used to.
Like, for example, right now, we're watching San Diego Open here. Ryan Palmer, Luke List are leading. Palmer just made a bogey, so he fell out of the lead. That's how that happened. Jason Day is 1 behind. Then you have Tony Finau, Michael Kim. Tony Finau, very talented player. He drives the ball like 300
Tony Finau.
million yards.
Yeah, 300 million yards. He's huge.
He is a big dude.
That's like the new golf physique. Yeah, we just talked about how golf's a sport for small guys, but definitely seems to be transferring out of that
John
league
Rahm.
with Tiger and Dustin and John Rahm, and yeah.
He's kind of a
Jason
similar
Day is
build to
pretty
DJ
buff.
and
Rory
Finau.
is pretty buff.
Yeah, Rory's a short guy.
Yeah,
Rory's
he is
like
a short guy.
my height, you know.
It's like a stump.
Exactly, but he definitely is. He works out. I mean, and it's not even like Tiger's not an overly tall or big guy either.
Well, he definitely brought that part of the game in. The physique and the fitness part of golf.
Some say that that's what destroyed his career because he destroyed his body by
he destroyed his body.
running 7 miles in combat boots.
His army, workouts, yeah.
So maybe he took it just a little too far.
I mean, I have a little story, if I could tell it. My
it.
father used to work at a course, and I guess this guy, or Tiger, was coming out to play the course, and my dad was the assistant, and the head pro said that they were out with Tiger on the cart or whatever, and the guy looked at Tiger and was like, I bet you I was in the gym before you this morning. And Tiger said, what time were you there? And he was like, 5. He said, no chance, buddy. He said I was in there at 4. So it just goes to show,
Of course.
You think you beat him, but no.
I mean, it's the same way with all great athletes. I mean, you talk about, and we kind of gave it away, but you talk about like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You talk about guys like that show that literally there was like a story one time of where I think Rodney Harrison showed up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady was there before him.
Yeah.
In the weight
It just
room.
shows that the hard work
the great guys
does matter.
Yep.
And I think we are seeing with Tom Brady's career, like off the field matters a lot too. The trainers you get and the type of workouts you do and therapy you do obviously matters because like he's going so
I wish
late.
Tiger took a bit out of that. I wish he did like the resistance bands and all that instead of the straight up strength training.
That's what I mean. Tom doesn't do just straight strength training. He does like whatever he does with that guy, that guru.
Yeah. Well, you don't necessarily. I think the guru is a little bit of a crock of BS, but just for the marketing side. I do think that the resistance bands is not a crock of BS and is probably the best way to train.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what Phil's doing too. Phil, that's why he is still playing well
still playing.
at the age of 48 or whatever, because he's got these resistance bands that don't destroy your muscles, and of course he's got arthritis, so he really can't.
He really can't. Yeah, I know Rory does a lot of working out, but I think a lot of the working out he does is like getting your core stronger. I think in golf that's the most important thing. That's what they're trying to do.
Well, it's all about that turn.
Yeah, exactly, the core. I was watching a video that said Rory's hips, when he swings so hard that they go back the wrong direction, and like much crazy stuff with him. He just rips the ball.
Oh yeah,
his hip turn is really huge.
There's been, believe me, I gotta say, like super slow-mo videos.
Definitely,
they've been good for everything, but golf
mad.
swings in like, if you look at like Swing Vision video,
I get so
on
jealous.
YouTube, oh yes, watching. But when you see that and you see just how much ridiculous amount of movement they have.
Well, when you used to see those of Tiger's old swing, like when he hurt himself in that 08 U.S. Open, you could like see it happen. Like his knee would literally
standing up on that leg.
Catch so much force. It was like, oh my gosh, that could like easily break your leg every time. I don't know how it doesn't every time, but obviously it wore down.
So, but anyway, to this leaderboard, Jason Day 1 behind right now. Tony Finau also 1 behind. You gotta believe, just talent-wise, cream rising to the top, it's gotta be Day or Finau. But then you don't know that's gonna happen with this generation. Jason Day might finish 5th.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with what I said earlier about Jason Day. I think he's gonna win, just because
this tournament.
Just because of all I'm hearing.
I'm gonna go with Finau just for devil's advocate, right?
Yeah, I actually thought John Rahm had a good chance, but he's not doing well today. What is this? Oh, I can't read this leaderboard on this website.
Well, that's very useful. It's almost as useful as this streaming that's telling me that it's still not on for another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's very.
Oh wow. It's on in
well,
10
listen,
minutes.
we'll hold like I said, we'll hold the powers that be accountable when shit doesn't work.
Yeah.
And this is definitely an issue. How can you not have? I mean, Tiger's playing right now. I don't know what he's been doing for the last 25 minutes.
Yeah, how can you know? We got to check the Tiger Tracker, right?
So
is that still up?
Well, yeah. I mean, there is Tiger Tracker, but I've not exactly been looking at Tiger Tracker as we've been podcasting. I can watch TV in the background while we're podcasting, but I don't know about the Tiger Tracker. So, okay, going on Twitter right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Jason Day. I think the way he hits the ball is gonna help him on this course. If it is as firm and as springy as they're saying on the greens, he shot a 64 yesterday.
Yeah, like I said, those 8
fueling.
birdies and no bogeys.
Oh yeah.
After a tough start.
And I think his short game will help him.
Yeah,
his swing
one of the
is
things
crazy.
one of the things that all these young guys have is short games.
Yeah,
man. They are.
Jason Day keeps his
ridiculous
arms just completely straight though. Like his width is so crazy. I feel like he
Yeah.
doesn't like bend his arms. Like when he like pitches shots and stuff like that, he just keeps his arms like completely straight. I try to take after that, but I don't really know.
Yeah, it's a little European,
Yeah.
but not. It's like a hybrid.
Yeah.
In a way. Of
Well, that
like
it
the
helps
way
him
that
hit it
some
high.
of those Euros hit it. Yeah, exactly. But
He'd
then
be hitting
exactly
that-
it goes up.
Yeah.
Form wise, it's like the European bump and run.
Yeah.
But then he gets loft and also check.
Yeah. Well, and he was hitting like, I don't remember what tournament it was. Maybe one of the majors I was watching last year. He was hitting like his 2-iron off every tee, sky high in the air, like almost 300 yards though. And it's like, when you're hitting it that high, I don't understand how he's hitting it that far.
Best players hit their long irons high, short irons low, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Tiger was hitting the long iron pretty well in a clip I saw too this week.
Yeah, so Tiger's first 9 stats, he hit 1 fairway, so not too good. He's only hit, by the way, 4 of his last 21 fairways.
Jeez.
So that's
Is it hard to hit fairways out there right now?
it's not.
Like,
I mean, look, Torrey Pines is a tough
course,
to drive
yeah.
on. I mean, even when
But
we've
he
seen
should
Tiger
know
win
it.
there, like I said, we've seen him play
with only hitting this
not
many fairways.
hitting a lot of fairways in that U.S. Open. Even I mean, he was in the rough all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. On the last hole, he
True,
ripped
yeah, you're
it
right.
out of the rough.
He hit that great
Absolutely.
shot. He actually spun it out of there. Couldn't do that with those new grooves.
I don't know how he did that. That was crazy. You couldn't see the ball at all. He absolutely hacked at that thing.
But
To get it
definitely
to there-
overlooked. You could definitely have never drawn that back with the new grooves.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was definitely because Tiger figured out like
Oh, yeah, I
those
have the old
square
grooves.
groove wedges better than anybody.
Yeah.
He used to hit it like 30 feet past the pin and,
And
draw
just
it back
zip
to
it.
like a foot.
Yeah, those were kind of crazy. Definitely a good change.
Because you could, I mean, literally in, 4-inch deep rough, you can't get it to stop like that.
Yeah, no.
With the
Nobody else could.
No, and true, you're right. It also is just Tiger going down and
just
getting it. That's
having
where all
the
those
strength.
workouts, right?
Yeah. He absolutely ripped that out of the rough. I remember. Because I've seen it so many times.
Let's see.
I think I need to start watching that video every day.
Right. 3.
Just watching the 18th hole.
It's a little, get out the tube sock. 3 of 9 greens he hit, 11 putts. The 11 putts is the only reason why he was actually able to play. He played even par on that first 9, hitting just 1 fairway.
That's not bad.
He made a boatload of putts, and he really didn't the first couple days, so that's good. Made a couple long birdie putts.
Well, do you think his switch over to TaylorMade has anything to do? I mean, obviously they're a huge driver brand, so like, don't you think that would kind of help? I feel like I've always been hitting TaylorMade. Well, actually, now I have a Great Big Bertha, so I can't say that.
I got to have my brand loyalty.
Oh gosh.
So, like, I have to rep Titleist.
Yeah, I have
After
Titleist
that,
like irons and stuff, but
Yeah, definitely.
usually not the driver. I don't go with the Titleist driver. Although a lot of people do. I know the 915 or whatever it is now, 918 or 17 is usually good, but I've always just hit TaylorMade.
TaylorMade does have good drivers.
Yeah. Now I'm on the Great Big Bertha. I really like the Great Big Bertha.
From Callaway.
Yeah, I like the way it looks, the black.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think I've always had a Titleist drive. I don't think I've always had Titleist fairway woods either.
Really?
I've
always had AP 2s, whatever year I've had.
Yeah,
I
got.
get the hand-me-downs.
Yeah, I actually went out and I bought like a single, standalone like hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been a Cobra.
Mm-hmm. Those aren't bad.
Yeah,
Hybrid's usually my favorite club
because
in the bag.
exactly I needed one.
Yeah.
Just to hit out of the rough.
I didn't even use a 3-wood. I don't even know how to hit a 3-wood because I just never have practiced it. I've always just hit the hybrid.
Through it is definitely my go-to when I get hitting the driver like Tiger.
Yeah, literally right. You don't want to be hitting the driver like Tiger most of the time.
By the way, Tiger Tracker. When somebody tweets how bad are his misses with the driver, Tiger Tracker replies, "Not safe for work." By the way, Tiger parred number 1. So Tiger's even through 10, 1 under for the tournament. He's 10 back.
Yeah.
So
Like
I just
he
want him
said,
to finish 72.
I just want to see him in a good spot for April,
That
because
too.
that is going to be so
That
exciting.
too.
I think my brother's going to go. Lucky him.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
I
My
gotta
mom
go
went
sometime.
back in the '90s. She said it was like the greatest.
Everybody who
experience
goes
ever.
says,
Like,
yeah, the course is not the same on TV. That's what they say.
I think she said it was like mad hilly.
Yeah.
Like she's like, wow, like I
It's-
did
oh,
not
yeah, they do
realize
say that. It's a
how
lot more
tired that I
undulating
was
than
gonna
you think.
get. Like
Yeah.
she's like, oh, I thought I'd walk around the whole place. I got halfway and I had to sit. or
Yeah,
something
the
like that.
undulation is a lot. Like the 14th is the 14th, the par 4 dog leg left when you go over the little river and there's like I don't know. There's like the bunkers surrounding the hole. I feel like that's such more a downhill shot than people think. And like that's another thing with
what she
Bubba.
said,
If we
that
wanted
there's
to go
just
back
a lot
to
of
that.
a lot of elevation. Yeah, actually, you talking about that? Yeah, that Bubba shot was like super downhill, and that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
he could turn it that much.
Yeah.
because he said it was like 30 or 40 feet downhill.
Yeah.
and so it let him. Like, I don't think it lets you turn it like. It's not like, oh, it's 30 downhill, so I can turn it 30
Yeah,
feet.
yeah.
But it's close.
It helps.
Like, it helps a
big
little bit.
time.
Yeah.
He like overhooked that shot too. Like he hooked it like to the right of the pin, if you remember. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
like he had more hook than he need. Like that
the
was
guy
that
said
was
he
a crazy
trained
shot.
by, like, hooking balls around the edge of his house when he was a kid.
I don't doubt it.
like,
With his
that's-
goofy swing and like
Yeah.
he has it kind of helps having that goofy swing. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff, I think.
He hits his tee shots like I do when I'm, like, behind a tree.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Part of why I don't know, I mean, it's not that I don't like him, but part of my problems with him is that he's won 2 Masters and that course, Augusta National, fits him
Oh,
better
it's
than
perfect.
any person on the planet. Any person on the planet.
Yeah.
He sets up for his cut and can just hit it absolutely perfect around. Basically, every tee shot is a cut for a lefty.
Lefty, yeah, exactly. Lefty paradise at the Masters.
Yeah.
Lefties excel, and
Or righty drawers of
Then-
the ball, but that's like rare.
yeah, but like still, but because when you come in with a cut, it's way softer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but he just that course
Like,
just fit him so well. So it's like
did.
that's like almost feels like the only
And he's
major tournament he can
so
win.
good at moving it anyway.
Yeah.
like it's such a perfect that. If there's any course in the world that sets up
Yeah,
for Bubba, it's
it
Augusta
just
National.
feels like it's why he won there twice.
Yeah,
me.
and it's
It
imagination
is.
helps there
It
too.
is why, but it's just, it just kind of irks me.
Yeah.
wish I could have a course
I cannot wait for the
fit to me.
Masters now. You got
I
me.
know.
You got me in like
I know. I
Augusta-
definitely got myself going too a
Augusta
little
mode.
bit.
Yeah, right.
Imagine seeing Tiger wearing another green jacket.
Oh man, I'm just hoping I get to see Tiger Tracker change his profile picture again. It's still
Yeah.
stuck on Firestone from 5 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, at least he's in the Sunday red, but
He's- yeah.
maybe he could be holding a better trophy or something. You're right. He could be putting on a green jacket.
Yeah, he updates the profile picture after every win.
Oh, so it hasn't.
So it
been a
hasn't
win.
changed. Yeah,
Oh,
it hasn't
I didn't know
changed
that.
in almost 5 years
Oh boy.
since he won at Firestone. Apparently, Tiger has hit the second fairway.
Like
so
to see that.
so-
It says, "What's this? A fairway hit?"
just his second fairway hit of the day. He is 2 of 9.
It's go time on the easy second hole. It says.
I mean, that's
I've never really used this. That's kind of funny.
a good sign. I love Tiger Tracker.
I need to get it. I'm definitely gonna.
Just the Twitter account. NBC just pays this in Golf Channel before them. Just pays this guy to
Oh really?
yeah,
Oh, it's the Golf Channel.
GC
Tiger
Tiger Tracker.
Wow.
We're big. Look, I don't care about I don't. We'll throw publicity behind something we like, not because
Of course.
not because we're getting any sort of. Believe me, we're just a couple kids in a basement right now.
Yeah.
At GC Tiger Tracker, it is the best. I mean, really. And they just send this guy basically whenever Tiger's playing to
They
tweet
just-
every single shot
Yeah, that's not a bad life.
and give stats and shit.
Yeah, I would
It's
not mind
amazing.
doing that.
Oh, it's got to be great. Like, are you kidding? It's probably like the owner's daughter of like Golf Channel. Like, oh yeah, you can just
What?
it's like the owner's son.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Like it's like
yeah.
Isn't Tiger Tracker as a job like toll booth operator?
Yeah, literally. That's like the
a
easiest job.
nepotism job.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's probably just one of their editors, if we're being honest. But one of the big secrets is that nobody knows who they are,
Yeah.
and like they don't reveal.
It's all about
themselves.
Tiger.
Although, Tiger Tracker claims that Tiger knows who he is, and it is a guy.
Really?
According to Tracker.
Like he tweeted out, "Tiger knows who I am."
I
Or,
think
like,
I think it's a guy. I think he said that. Yeah, no, he said that Tiger knows who I am, but nobody else does.
That's kind of sick.
So that's interesting. We definitely love Tiger Trade. It's a good follow. It's probably one of the best golf follows out there.
That, and I follow what is it? I can tell you in a second.
But when it comes, yeah, there's not a lot of great
golf problems or something like that. Like mad funny stuff. Like you hit
Yeah.
when you just birdie a hole and you get to the next one and hit your shot out of bounds. It's like a meme or something like
Yeah.
that. I love those.
That's probably pretty funny. I gotta toss that a follow. I mean, look, I think that a lot of golf media and social media is a little bit uptight. It's a little bit snooty, a little bit weighty. So we're not,
Trying to go that route.
Yeah, exactly. Tiger Tracker's a good follow, not only because he tracks Tiger, but also just because he's funny.
Yeah.
And super lighthearted. Just basically tweets about, basically just brags the entire time about how much he's drinking while watching Tiger Woods play. Also gets to walk inside the ropes.
What? That's a thing? He says that he's drinking?
Yup.
That's crazy.
It's unbelievable. It's not fair. It's really not fair. All right, it's 4. Let's see if this freaking thing is back on. No, that's unbelievable. I mean, this is lit. I mean, again, this is why we're here. We're here to hold the powers that be accountable for stupid shit like this.
Yeah.
But how is Torrey Pines not on streaming right now and has not been since
Everyone's trying to watch,
3:30?
don't you know? Tiger's back. Come on.
I mean, if ever there was a time
To
that it
have
needed
it
to be
on,
up, it would
it's
be right
now.
now when Tiger is playing.
El Tigre is on the course.
All right, but so introductions aside, our Tiger takes aside, our Phil takes aside. Let's
All things aside.
well, not all things. We gotta unless we just want to totally empty our brains. Let's just talk about the season because we gotta give some love to the PGA Tour as a whole.
Yeah.
New season. Talked
It's
about
going to
this-
be a good season.
Yeah, exactly. Talked about the schedule. Of course, it started October 5. There's actually already been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 winners. Believe it or
Really?
not. Even if not that many people were probably watching.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that, but
So there was one WGC that has taken place this season. It was in October. Justin Rose, your boy. Not really, but
Not
you
really,
you
but-
did kind of adopt him a little bit earlier in the show, so I got to give you a little shit for that. Justin Rose won that tournament. Surprising. Justin Rose only his 8th PGA Tour win.
oh, that's a
That's,
WGC, yeah.
I would have thought that.
Yeah, that seems about right.
I would have thought that.
He's got one major.
I know. I kind of would have thought
Tiger-
he would have won like 15, 16, 17, but
yeah.
because he's such a good player.
Whenever I see WGC, I think Tiger because he's won like a million of
Yeah,
them.
I mean, basically, people used to say they could just rename them the TGCs.
Yeah.
The Tiger Golf Championship.
He like won more than he lost.
Oh yeah, I mean, literally. Let me let me find that right now. You want a Tiger stat of the day? Here you go. Winners of WGCs: Tiger Woods 18, Dustin Johnson 5.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dustin has a couple, yeah.
So you're not lying.
Is Tiger gonna play in the waste management?
I don't think so. I gotta believe he's not
I really
after
wish
the
he
nightmare
would.
that happened there a couple years ago.
What happened? I remember.
Remember that's when he was like sculling chip shots over the green and stuff.
Oh yeah. Is that when he had the withdrawal and stuff?
Yep, and he shot like 85 or so because he was like literally sculling chips.
So maybe he doesn't like all like a bunch of fans and like all the hype. Oh the hype and stuff like that. Because like I only want him to play so I can watch that one hole where there's like it's like
yeah.
a stadium hole and like everyone's like freaking out.
Well, believe me, hell, I wish we could go to the Phoenix Open and podcast from there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of money or that kind of time.
That's just
but-
what I like about that tournament.
I
that
mean,
one
look,
hole.
the most famous hole in golf, basically.
What, at the waste management?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, not amongst golf fans, amongst non-golf fans, everybody, believe me.
Yeah.
We talked off air about my 3 housemates. They're not golf people at all. They don't know anything. Couldn't care less.
But
They
they'd love to
definitely
be
know.
there.
They know the Phoenix Open 16th hole.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows the Phoenix Open
Yeah.
16th hole.
did Francisco Molinari make that hole-in-one last year? And everybody was throwing the beer cans. That's
I
just
love it.
I love
I
to see
mean,
that.
Tiger made a hole-in-one there years ago.
Yeah, I remember. Was that at the 17th?
He did. It was
just,
at the 16th.
I mean, the 16th? It
yeah,
just looked way different
He
in
did
the video.
the raise the roof.
Oh, dude, I know that video like
From the
back
90s,
of my hand. People are
literally.
throwing
Raise
toilet
the roof
paper.
was in back then.
There was toilet paper. He's like high-fiving that. He high-fives the other guy's caddy so hard, the guy's like, look at his hand.
He built that,
make sure
that
it's still
hole,
there.
really. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah, he kind of did.
Because if you look at the video, there was the same amount of people, but no stadium.
Yeah.
There's like 50,000
yeah.
people just standing
That's why I
there.
didn't recognize it.
And then, and he makes the hole-in-one, and they're obviously going crazy. And then I'm assuming that they're like, well, we better build a stadium for next year.
'cause this is crazy.
I mean, almost everything that's cool in golf is owed to Tiger.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being honest.
Like, I remember.
I don't
the
think he's
play
going to play,
call.
though, at Phoenix.
He's like, oh, it went in. I remember it.
Oh, and I also wanted to touch on, from the early season, obviously, John Rahm won last week. We kind of talked about John Rahm.
He
John
had a
Rahm
good
won
year.
in
He's
Palm
definitely
Springs.
set for a good year, John Rahm. He
Definitely.
can, like, putt well, and he just rocks the ball. His swing is crazy, too. He, like, doesn't even bring it all the way back.
He's only been pro for like a year, too, which is amazing.
Why haven't I heard about Hideki yet this year? Where's Matsuyama? Did he play this week?
I'm not 100% sure. He hasn't
He was
won.
so consistent last year with that.
He was. This is actually
frame
the
swing.
time of year last year when he was killing it.
Yeah.
Right around now. He won, I think, that WGC in, I think that's in China, that first WGC that Justin Rose won. I think Matsuyama won that. But this year he has not won yet. Again, John Rahm won last week. Dustin Johnson won in Kapalua. So he kept his streak going of years in a row with a win. 11 years in a row.
Rahm won the Farmers Insurance last year, so he would have been back-to-back.
Yep.
That's why I
Could go back to
Kinda
back
thought he
at
had a
this
good chance.
tournament and in this season.
What?
If John Rahm could win, he could go back to back at Farmers Insurance Open and could go back to back this season because he won last week at Palm Springs.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So a little double.
That'd be a nice
I'm not sure what he is doing right now.
feeling,
Actually,
I bet.
let me see. John Rahm, and he's just like I said, he's just been a pro for such a short amount of time. He's already number 2 in the world. If he wins this week, by the way,
Oh, yeah,
he's
he's
world
in,
number 1.
Yeah, world number
But
1.
It's not going to
I heard
happen.
them talking about that.
Actually,
It could
I'm
happen.
sorry, I misread that. He is only 2 back.
Yeah.
The only reason he didn't appear on that little leaderboard we were looking at is because there was only 4 players, but he is 7th right now, just 2 behind. So, yeah, you're right. So John Rahm could go back-to-back San Diego Open wins, which would be he's only won 2 events. He won here last year. He won last week.
Mm-hmm.
Could go back-to-back on both of those and take world number 1 from DJ this week.
That'd be quite the statement if there ever was one. So, DJ's still world number 1? Yeah.
For now,
DJ's a beast.
apparently.
Still, yeah. I like Rahm. Have you seen, like, he was on Dude Perfect and stuff?
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah. Dude
Sean
Perfect
Rahm.
is funny.
1 over today, so he's the only guy in the last 5 or 6 groups that's over par. So that's, I guess, not ideal, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's only 2 back. It's plenty of time. It's only Saturday too, so there'll be plenty of time.
I just want to watch Tiger walk up and down the fairways. Why is this not streaming?
Tiger Woods. Let's see.
Just want to see him roll a putt.
That's crazy. Yeah. Wow. It's still.
Did you? I mean, I assume you refreshed.
I did. We're trying again here. I just refreshed it right now. Oh wait. Oh wait. Big FedEx logo.
There she blows.
It's 4 o'clock. I think there was college basketball on actually.
Oh.
But still, why is it not on? Why is it not still on NBC Golf?
Or yeah.
Like
put
it
on the
should have
golf
just
channel.
stayed on. Oh yeah. Now there's a commercial, but we'll see Tiger. Anyway, so your impressions though of the tour just on their early season thus far, the fall and then into the first 3 weeks of the new year.
My impressions are just that it's going to be a great year. I think there's
Same.
so much talent, so much young talent, and I like young talent because I feel like when I'm playing and I'm like trying to like obviously be like my favorite players, when they're all young, they're all just like I want to be more like them. I don't know. I get like the Under Armour pants and like just try to get the Spieth look and all that stuff. But in terms of the actual year, yeah, I think it's going to be a really good year. Obviously with Tiger coming back and everything, it's just going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. interesting to see how, considering all these guys grew up watching him and marveled their game after him, how they're going to react to now playing with him and competing with him. Because they're all fans of him. Like Ron was saying it too. He's like, I can't tell you I'm not a fan of Tiger Woods. I'm a follower. So they're all followers of Tiger. So it's definitely going to make for an interesting year.
So we're going to we'll be, I think, podcasting a couple times next week maybe, if we can get in here. Probably one, maybe like Monday or Tuesday to recap Farmers and then move into talking about the Phoenix Open and the 16th hole and what drunk escapades will be happening this year with those Arizona State boys.
Who's going to make the crowd go wild this year?
Imagine if we went to Arizona. We go to party school, but I'll tell you what, Arizona State is on
that's
another level.
It's like the biggest school in terms of population.
You ever met anybody who's gone there?
I've heard of people through people and stuff, but I don't know anyone personally.
I met a couple kids a couple of summers ago who went to Arizona State, and it's just on another level.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard to match. Like when you go places and you hang out, man, it's hard to match. But it's
if it was warm year round,
I'm jealous, man.
If it was warm year round here too, I bet it'd be pretty crazy. But it just gets too
maybe
cold
then
to move.
we'd have a 16th at Deutsche Bank and it'd be crazy like they have. But we don't.
My goodness.
We don't kind of have. We're not Deutsche.
Not the Deutsche anymore.
Exactly, but again, we're pretty lax about that kind of thing. Nobody's paying us. We'll we can say pretty much whatever we want.
Yeah.
So if we slip up and call it that, which I will probably a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
Because it's the Deutsche Bank.
It is.
Even though it's the Dell Technologies.
All the years I put in there needs to be the Deutsche. All my.
You ever know a kid?
Flags.
Kid Josh Cobb.
No.
Worked there.
He worked there?
Yeah.
I just did I was like a volunteer.
Yeah, that's what you mean by
yeah.
a volunteer.
I don't know. One time when my brother did it, he held signs for Sergio, and he was saying a bunch of stuff in Spanish, and my brother asked his Spanish teacher what he was saying, and she said it was not good stuff, a lot of swears.
Yeah, I think I told the story off air. One of my friends, a different kid I knew that volunteered at Deutsche Bank. His mom ended up accidentally going on a date with Rory Sabatini at the bar of Norton Country Club or something at the Deutsche Bank. So obviously you can tell by what we're saying that's our hometown tournament. But looking ahead, so you got that next. So we'll be talking about the Phoenix Open. Plenty. That is always a fun event to talk about.
Yeah.
Tiger's next tournament is going to be at Riviera on February 15th.
Oh, is that?
So we will be talking about that. Pebble Beach is in between, so that's fun too.
Always
so this
fun.
is a good little stretch.
Get the celebs out there.
Good little stretch here for the golf boys.
I always like to see the celebrities.
Off the podcast.
Yeah, no doubt.
Celebrities, yeah.
Yeah, I always like to see the celebrities.
Will Belichick be there? Tom
Probably
Brady,
will. 100%. Yeah. It's interesting to see though. Yeah, who's good? Like Tony Romo and.
I heard Tony Romo might be announcing.
Yeah. Is he gonna announce the Pro-Am?
Some event this year. I don't know what, because
not
I
the
figure he'll probably play at Pebble Beach.
Yeah, probably play in the Pro-Am.
But I heard he might announce maybe like one of the Texas.
I'm not
things
crazy
near his house.
against that. I can get down with that, I guess.
Will he bring his predictive powers to golf? Like, this putt's going to go exactly 6.5 inches to the left here, Jim.
He's going to miss this one to the left.
Brings the sound effects. It's hanging on the lip. That was crazy.
Yeah, really.
That was wild. Love Tony Romo.
But I definitely feel like Nick Faldo obviously falls into like the stereotypical golf announcer, the accent and like the whisper. But I like when he announces, honestly. It makes me feel.
Are you a Faldo guy?
It just makes me feel like I'm in the right place.
It does. It screams classic. Golf. Everybody does know
like
who he is. I'm not a huge fan of Faldo's analysis, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it does seem like repetitive, like the same stuff.
Very repetitive. Yeah. He never really I feel like when he used to be with Paul Azinger, he used to get challenged a lot more, and I also think he would work harder because Azinger is crazy.
Yeah.
Like he has made golf into this whole analytical science.
Yeah.
And so when he's on TV, he kind of brings that on, and he used to challenge Faldo with that stuff, and I feel like Faldo these days is just
Relax.
along for the
Way
ride.
too lax, yeah.
He doesn't criticize anybody either. Like, at least, like, people can hate on, like, Johnny Miller.
Yeah.
Johnny Miller keeps it real.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't let people off the hook. You gotta love that. But anyway.
Faldo's just got the accent, so they keep him.
Anyway, I want to get to one last thing before we go. I want to know what your favorite moment all time watching golf is, and also playing.
Playing?
Yeah, why don't you start
a lot
with playing?
harder than watching.
Okay, so maybe start with the other one.
But they're both hard, honestly. My favorite moment watching.
While you're thinking about it, I also forgot to mention Justin Thomas also has a win this year. But continue.
Oh yeah, okay.
In Malaysia, actually South Korea.
Do you want like I was watching it live, or like I've seen it on YouTube or what? Like
What's
like
up?
I haven't watched every.
Dude, I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
Like. I can't
it's
remember
hard.
what I've watched live. What I've watched. I mean, look, there's probably
Oh.
a few things I remember definitely watching live.
I'll tell
but,
you what.
know,
I got it.
It's a few select things.
Last year, I don't know if this is the best ever, but last year when Justin Thomas hit that 3-wood in the U.S. Open, I don't know if you remember this, to 5 feet, and it was blind, and he was like, oh, what did he say? Oh, be as good as you look. That was like,
hilarious.
be as good as you look, be as good as you look, and then sat it right up on the green. Unreal. That shot was
But
unreal.
he didn't win.
Yeah, I don't think he did win, but he made the putt, and it was just
that-
a
but
good
that's
moment.
still
And I
your
was
number
watching
one?
it live. I don't know. That was
It
just
doesn't
a
have
good
to be
moment.
watching live. Like you're not. Like,
All right, well then
like,
it's
look,
Tiger
mine is
winning the
Tiger's-
08 Open. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
US
gonna say
Open.
mine is like Tiger's chip shot at the
Like,
Masters.
okay, Rocco Mediate's face though at the 2008 U.S. Open. That's probably my favorite.
I can respect that.
Because Rocco is just like, I'm screwed. We have a playoff tomorrow, and I'm not gonna win.
Yeah, right. Like he must have known that Tiger was going to make that.
You could
putt.
see it on his face. Oh, I don't know if he knew he was making the putt. I mean, I
Oh,
guess
he
you're
did.
right. He did.
He definitely
But
did.
once he made the putt,
We
he
all
knew
did.
he knew he wasn't gonna win on Monday.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You just
I gotta
knew
give
he
Rock
was
and
screwed.
Rocco took him to another playoff on Monday. People forget.
I thought that's how the U.S. Open worked. It just goes to an 18-hole.
Yeah, but then they
one-on-one.
tied.
They
he
did.
tied him in the 18-hole playoff,
And they
which
kept
is
going?
Unbelievably impressive. Tiger to birdie
Oh,
last
wow.
hole on Monday,
I forgot that part.
and then he beat him in sudden death
Wow.
in one hole.
Okay, and then playing wise, in high school, we always weren't the best team, my team, but like my era, like my generation of friends were all golfers, so we kind of like all played golf in high school, and the team got better. And it's funny because my coach was like this wicked old guy, and like you could tell he was like about to
What
retire.
golf coach isn't?
Yeah, really. But he like hung around because he knew the team was about to get good and stuff. But yeah, so playing against a private school, Zavarian, they were always way better than us. And
Like the prep school?
Yeah.
Like the basketball prep school?
no, Zavarian, whatever. You don't know Zavarian, where Vince Wilfork's kid
Yeah,
goes and
yeah,
stuff.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, the high school. It's
Yeah.
a high school, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Prep school. So they must be like nasty though.
They were
like they
nasty.
have real like professional athletes that go there, future professional.
One kid was going to UConn and one kid was going to Harvard for golf. They're number 1 and 2. But
There you go.
but we
That's
beat them.
exactly what I mean.
We beat him. Well, we only beat him at home my senior year, but I remember
Still
away.
beat him. That's crazy.
I shot a 37 at their away course, Brook Meadow, wicked hard course, and
Where's
no
that?
one. It's in. I'm not gonna know, but it's
Okay.
Brook
I don't-
Meadow
It
golf course.
doesn't matter.
But I was the only kid on my team to like break 40. We didn't win the match. I remember I played in like one of the last groups, and my buddies were like, "What'd you shoot?" I'm like, "A 37." They're like, "It doesn't matter. We all didn't break 40." So it just felt good to shoot good
Well,
that
yeah, at
course,
least
though.
you weren't the one to blame.
But then we beat him at home, and I shot a 37 there. And this kid on my team wasn't necessarily the best kid on the team. This is a great moment. He was in the very last group, and there was like rumors all around the team, like, "Oh, Sammy's out there roaring. He chipped in on 3," and we're like, "No way! Like it's gonna be a close one, obviously, because they're really good." And he's like coming to the 9th hole, and we're all like, "Are we gonna win?" And it's like literally looking like we're about to tie, and we like need him to have a good score. He comes in, "What'd you shoot? What'd you shoot?" 32, he says. Kid shot a 32. He
Unbelievable.
literally would shoot like he could
Unbelievable.
have shot a 45 at any day, and just came in and was like 32.
And what was that, like -4
Yeah,
in 9 holes?
yeah.
So he just
yeah,
literally had like the day of
his life, and when he needed to, and it got us to win. It was sick.
So did you ever play a neutral site match in high school?
No, I think we had a couple try matches like with 3 teams involved, but I think even when those happened, there was a home team.
I think I also played in at least one try match. I think with Swansea and somebody else. I can't remember. But my best memory playing golf, you know what? there's really a couple playing competitively, definitely, where we were playing Martha's Vineyard, and those cheaters down there, they had this kid. He was like their number 7. He dressed and looked just like Ian Poulter. You know, minus he didn't have the Union Jack pants, but he did have flashy pants. He had the visor, he had the glasses, he had the hair, he had everything, and he was a big, drop the ball out of your pocket kind of guy. And he, yeah, right. And so one time there's a putt from his playing partner racing towards the hole. It's and it's gonna go by probably 25, 30 feet. And so me and my partner are just sitting behind the green.
Like, oh, this ought to be good.
All right, here we go. All of a sudden, here comes Ian Poulter, slams the flag in the hole, blocks the ball. Like, exactly, bank is open. It goes in. We're like, what? He's arguing, wait, I can do that. And I'm like, wait a second, that's the cheapest thing ever. And, of course, I think we were right in the end, and we won. But weirdly, and that was a neutral site match, which was, again, it was weird. It was at the Golf Club at Cape Cod, which actually is a really nice golf course. Because my buddy Travis, who was on our team, got us on it for that match, which was pretty nice of him. And I don't know if he still works there. I think he probably does. Looper. Anyway.
That's a crazy story, though. Yeah.
My
I'd be pissed. I'd be like, no, you can't.
I was definitely pissed. I was pretty confused. I'm just like, wait, what the heck just happened? But
I wish I could have someone do that for me every time I hammer a putt by.
Yeah, right. Bank's open. Probably my best, or probably my craziest memory just playing golf was actually on Martha's Vineyard, but I was playing not with a team. I was playing with my dad, and it was the 18th.
Those are the best rounds.
Yeah, right. It was the 18th hole of Farm Neck, which is the course where Clinton and Obama played in Martha's Vineyard, but not DJT because he has his own golf course.
Yeah.
Not on the Vineyard.
With a hotel at the 18th green for him to sleep in.
He's plenty of them, and actually,
I'd be interested to go to one.
Say what you want about Trump politically, he does own some good golf courses.
Yeah.
He owns Turnberry now, owns Doral. One of his courses in New York is about to host the PGA.
And he has that one in Dubai or whatever.
Yup. He's got a lot of good golf courses.
Oh, wait, the one in where is going to host the PGA?
Just a little bit outside New York City.
Is that this year?
No, it's in a few years.
Oh. I was like, Jesus,
he had the U.S.
Trump's
Women's Open at his course in New Jersey last year, so. But of course, the PGA Tour pulled friggin' Doral, which I'm sure when the PGA Tour gets to Florida, I'm sure I'll express how pissed I am that there's no Doral. But that's crazy. Anyway, especially for Tiger, who used to own that place. But
I don't think he would anymore.
Hey,
that's
confidence.
That's like the
confidence.
Well, that's the
confidence.
The Blue Monster, right?
Yeah.
The long course, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're watching right now. The way he's hitting the ball off the tee, I think DJ's taking that one.
Yeah. By the way, this is the worst streaming service ever. Even though it's now started, there's just been a loading wheel like for the last 25 minutes.
Buffering.
So buffering. It's crazy. So CBS, get your shit together. NBC Golf. I don't know why you went off to the LPGA.
Farmers Insurance.
Yeah. Pay some more money. Anyway, I'm sure you have it.
Literally.
And so anyway, we're playing at Farm Neck. It's pitch dark, right?
Wow.
But there's a thunderstorm. You're literally not even gonna believe this.
You're gonna say, doesn't sound like one I'm gonna believe.
You're literally gonna say that I made this up.
What is this? You held your one iron up in the air and you couldn't get hit by lightning?
Not quite. Although that is one of my favorite golf.
Classic. Even God can't hit a one
iron.
iron.
God can't hit a one iron. I think Lee Trevino said that. So. This was a 3-wood, so it's a par 5, right? Last hole, it's pretty dark. There's a little bit of light that you can see from like the houses because there's like it's one of these golf courses with all these giant houses on the side, and there's water in front of the green. It's a par 5, and you can't see shit. So I was in the rough with my tee shot. I hacked out down the fairway. I still probably had, I'm probably gonna guess like 175 yards. For my third, and it's pitch black almost. There's just lightning going in the background.
That's kind of a scene and a half. That's sick.
Kind of lighting it up. So I waited for a flash of lightning so I could see, and I just literally closed my eyes and just ripped it as hard as I could. And
if you tell me this ball went in, I'll be just.
It didn't go in, okay. But it might be even harder to believe.
Oh god.
So
it's sitting on top of the pin.
First of all, I flushed it.
Okay.
which I'm like, you know what?
What did you hit? 175? Did you say we were 175?
I was like 175, probably 180. I mean, who the hell knows?
Okay.
I couldn't
Oh, yeah,
exactly
you
tell.
didn't know.
And we didn't have a rangefinder.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even if we did, I don't know if it works in the dark.
Yeah, it does.
I just learned something. TIO. So anyway, so I flush it. And I'm like, honestly, I don't care even what happens to it. At least I know my last full swing of the day was a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to be accepting of whatever happens. And, there's a little bit of light kind of dance, so you can kind of see, because you can see the water kind of rippling and reflecting.
Yeah.
And I see a splash, so I'm like, damn,
no.
I think I hit it in the water. But I'm like, you know what? Like, it wasn't like, I didn't see the follow of the splash.
Yeah.
Like, where it
Like,
goes
yeah.
kerplunk,
Yeah.
goes up again. It was like a skip.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? I honestly think that ball might have skipped across. And my dad's like, no way in hell. So as we're driving up there, he's like, yeah, we're going to look for your ball, like, short of the water. I'm like, it definitely is either in the water or it skipped over. And so we look for the ball. We don't find it, obviously. Drive around to the other side, and there it is, on the bank, on the other side. It skipped across the water.
Wow. How
And
close?
It was not on the green.
Oh.
It was on the fringe.
All right.
I got up and down for par,
Like that.
and I think I shot like 103.
Oh, gosh. This was early in your life, or?
Yeah, I was probably, I don't know, I was probably 15.
Okay. Early in the golf career?
Yeah, I think I was in like 8th or 9th grade.
Yeah.
It was, that's crazy.
I don't know if I have many experiences hitting just like
Got in a car accident
crazy lucky shots.
later that night too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your luck. Your
Downtown
luck
Martha's
took a
Vineyard.
turn for the worse.
I know. So.
I holed out my first bunker shot in my life this summer. I was playing,
Really?
I was playing with this random ass kid too. We were just like playing. I was playing with my buddy, and this kid just came up out of nowhere. I was like, "You guys mind if I join up?" We're like, "Of course, come on in." I actually shot my first under par round in that round too, and on like the 8th hole at my course in Halifax. It was like a short bunker shot, like 3 yards, like right off the green. Just plopped it right out there. Went in. The kid was like, "Let's go!" I was high fiving him. I was like, "Thanks, bro."
That's unreal.
He didn't know it was my first one ever. I tried to play it off cool.
Yeah. What's the closest you ever come to a hole in one?
Probably like a foot or something like that at one point. But I have a buddy he golfs with me he only golfs as much as he does because he comes out with me every day. His dad is a member at the course that I was a member at, so he would play with me all the time. He has a hole in one, and I'm jealous. I think the rumor is it was on a second ball though.
Ooh.
So does that count?
No.
I don't think so either. But
Not
at the
really.
same time, it does. I guess.
kind of-
I
I
would.
mean,
I would tell people I
It
got
does
a hole in
if
one.
somebody doesn't know.
Yeah.
If you don't tell anybody,
Yeah.
I guess.
You still made one shot.
I think the
Got
closest
it
I
in.
came, I hit like on a downslope and it like rolled probably 2 or 3 inches to the right of the
Right
hole.
past
Rolled right by. Ended up probably 6. It wasn't one of those that like ends really close, dancing around it. Like went by.
Yeah.
Ends up like 6 feet.
It's one
Did
thing to
make
like
birdie. That was at Hyannis Country Club.
you see it land close and you're like, oh man, that thing probably could be up there and close, and you get up there and it's like a tap in. You're like, geez, this could have been a hole in one. But it's another thing when you can see the hole and you see it roll right past it. Like, is that what you're saying happened? Like,
yeah.
you
Like
could,
I was
see
going
it.
up and I was like, shit, this might be
This
a
might
hole
go
in
in.
one.
This might go in, and then it
then
doesn't.
not
That'd be
quite.
the worst feeling. I feel like
I
I've never
made the
had
putt.
that.
'Cause if you miss the putt, that would be not too good. That'd be a very
Yeah.
bad statement.
I've
Gotta cash
yeah.
it in.
One
It's like
time
when you
I-
play like a great short game shot and then like make bogey.
Yeah, that's the worst. Plenty of those.
So 75 minutes, I think, is enough of us for
Yeah,
the day.
I'd say so.
We're gonna leave you right now. The leaderboard in the 3rd round at San Diego, you have John Rahm is now tied for the lead.
Oh wow, Alex Noren.
Yeah, Alex Noren with
Noren,
Palmer and List, and Tony Finau -9. But again, what do we say? Jason Day back at 8 under now, losing touch with the lead. Now 3 behind after he had been 1 back earlier in the show. So
Just watch.
yeah. I want to see. Believe me, I do. I want to see Jason Day win this. Although you picked him, so I guess
I like Alex
now.
Noren.
Now I want Tony Finau to win just because I picked him. But
I like Alex Noren's style.
John Rahm though, tied for the lead right now. If he wins, he's world number 1.
That'd be
give
crazy.
us plenty to talk about.
Would that be like the youngest world number 1 ever? He's young, isn't he?
I don't know. I'll get back to
possible,
you with that
yeah.
on our
We'll have
next
to
show, especially if he
fact-
is world number 1 when we do it.
Fact check it.
Exactly. We'll go get those facts. Also, would be again back-to-back wins at Torrey and back-to-back wins this season. He won Palm Springs and San Diego if he can do it. So we'll get out of your hair. Until next week.
I'm Cam.
Yeah, I'm Alex. We'll see you next week on the Golf Boys podcast.
See you later.